What is up, First fans? Welcome back. Today we're going to get into another episode of TIT vs. TAT, where we duke it out. Today we're going to go with a wide receiver from Seattle, Mr. Tyler Lockett. Devin thinks he's risky. He thinks risk factor with Tyler Lockett. I think he's upside, major upside. So we're going to go back and forth, tell some little arguments, just some little facts that we like about or kind of dislike about Tyler Lockett. And then we want you guys to decide in the comments below who won the debate or the argument or the tit versus tat. So yeah, we're going to get into it right now. And I'm going to let Devin start us off. Tyler Lockett, why he thinks he is risky.
Round one.
Ding!
Begin. All right. I mean, Tyler Lockett definitely slowed down a lot that second half of the season. So if you look at that and also carry that over into this season, that's definitely not a good look to have. And I will also say that he averaged 51 yards during all those games. So you just take, after week 7, all of those games, he averaged 51 yards.
Yeah, pretty putrid.
Very mediocre. Very, very crappy. And with only 3 of those games, he averaged 36% of his targets. So he had 3 very huge games and then nothing. So I'll definitely give it to you that Russell Wilson does like favoring Tyler Lockett and making him feel better, and he might have explosive games this year just like last year.
Right.
That might happen, but I don't really think that's something you want to rely on at all.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, along those same lines, though, it wasn't just Tyler Lockett that slowed down. It was the whole Seattle Seahawks offense.
Yeah, I'll agree.
So if it was just Lockett, I could say, okay, is he in decline or what? But no, it was the whole team. So it's a philosophy. They got rid of that offensive coordinator. They got a new offensive coordinator now. Russell Wilson seems to be much happier. And I think Tyler Lockett will begin to pick everything back up, just like he did in 2018 and 2019, where he was very solid. In both of those seasons, he averaged 10 double-digit fantasy football points per game, which was pretty good. Last year, I think he had 7, and of those 7, like 4 of them got you like crazy points. So the majority of last year was not great having him on your team.
Yeah.
But I think all that's going to change this year. Now, for me, what's exciting about Tyler Lockett is where you're getting him. He is wide receiver 20 overall. So you don't have to take him early. Last year, you take him in the top 10. This year, you don't have to take him till around 20, which is 56th player off the board overall, which means if you're taking him in that 5th round-ish, maybe he'll slide to the 6th round-ish, you're getting really good value. And that would be your wide receiver 2 or even your wide receiver 3 at that point.
Okay.
And it's definitely wide receiver 3. I love that pick.
Okay. So you think Tyler Lockett will finish inside the top 20?
Yeah, I think he easily could. I mean, he finished number 9 last year.
Yeah.
I know that was really sporadic and you didn't like those points, but he did finish number 9 overall.
Right.
So he's capable again. And then, like I said, in 2018 and 2019, he was a top 20 wide receiver both of those years.
I will also note that during 2018, Doug Baldwin dealt with a lot of injuries that year.
Yep.
I think he dealt with back surgery like toward the end of the season, and he also retired during the season.
Yeah.
And even with that, Doug Baldwin managed to even still get more targets than Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
And 2019, DK Metcalf was a rookie.
Yep.
So I will also note that Tyler Lockett definitely did have an advantage during 2018, 2019. I do notice the team is gearing toward DK Metcalf, that deep threat again, just like a few years ago, which also scares me a little bit for Tyler Lockett. It also kind of scares me because they drafted, what's his name, Dwayne Eskridge?
Yeah, Dwayne Eskridge.
Yep.
Rookie.
And,
but rookies don't tend to do anything, and he was a later-ish, 3rd round rookie. But he wasn't projected to go to like the 5th round, so they took him early.
I know, but he's projected to take over Tyler Lockett in the future. I don't know if it's going to be this year at all.
I'm just talking this year.
Yeah.
I don't foresee him doing much this year. I think Tyler Lockett's really solid this year.
Okay.
And he'll be a great wide receiver 3, and I think a good wide receiver 2, especially at where you can get him in the draft.
I feel like he's a bit more risky for where he's going.
Well,
in my opinion.
That's what we want you to decide. Devin feels strongly about this risk factor.
Yeah.
I, however, feel a little bit more upside with Tyler Lockett. which I could be totally wrong. I am wrong, once or twice. So
I mean, he finished high last year, so
Yeah.
it could happen again.
But once again, we don't want that kind of scoring last year. I mean, nobody was really happy with that.
No.
But as your wide receiver 3, you could live with it, especially those spike weeks. That's beside the point. Tell us in the comments below, do you want Devin's argument? Do you want my argument? Or do you want your own argument? Put down what you think. Is he just a safe play? You're just okay with where he's at? You don't think he's risky or has upside? Put it in.
Yeah, let us know.
All right. Like the video. Do not share this video. We know if you share this video, you'll be sad because then all your league mates and friends and everybody will have the same information you do and you won't be able to one-up them and finish first, which is our whole point in this, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
We put these videos out so we can all finish first. So do it. With all that being said, this is kind of a little funky reminder that we're just talking about.
Always remember to
Finish first.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws complete. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.